Hey, everybody. So, those of us who are believers, we know that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but there's principalities and there's spirits that play against us. And obviously, our flesh also ties into that. But I just want to give you guys a real quick story about something that had happened to me like 2 weeks ago. I compromised and I let sin creep into my life. I've turned from it since then. I've given it to God. I've prayed on it. I've gone in length with plenty of men and my wife about what happened, and it's behind me. That is what sin is. It's behind us. It's not in front of us. It doesn't have to consume us. But anyways, I was standing outside on my back porch and smoking a cigarette, and I hear a voice in one ear, and then I hear a voice in the other ear. In the first ear, it said loser. And in the second ear, it said fake Christian. And God allowed me. A lot of the times when we hear voices like that, we might think that it's our own head or our subconscious. The world will tell us it's that. I think a lot more times than we think it's actually spiritual entities that are whispering to us. But God allowed me to almost hear it audibly, like it was an outside influence. That's exactly what it was. And I heard it in this ear, and then I heard it in that ear, like it was something, either two spirits on each side, or bang in this ear and floating over to this ear. And it was so powerful. And I said, wow, you're so true. I actually believe them. I went along with the lie. I bought the lie only for a minute. Then I said, wait a second. God, that was so weird. That sounded like somebody was whispering to me. I don't even know where my head was, why I didn't catch it right away. And I looked up and I said, God, it's so crazy. I said, even in the midst of my sin, Lord, I don't even know if I can do this, but I rebuke those demons in your name. And I kid you not, guys, I felt the petulant anger of this spirit, of this dirty, foul spirit, as it had to flee in the name of Jesus. So even when we're fallen, even when we're going through things, God is right there. He wants us to call on him, and he will take those things away. He didn't take away all the consequences that came afterwards of my sin, but those spirits that were whispering into me, they have to flee in the name of Jesus. Even the wind and the waves obey him. Everything does. Everything is subject to the authority of Jesus. So just remember that as believers, and love you guys.